I want to talk about 2 habits that all successful day traders use, but honestly, I'm not sure if habit is the right word. Maybe a mindset, maybe like a Jedi mind trick that they play in themselves. Maybe it's just a general approach, a general philosophy. I don't know exactly what to call it, but I'm just going to call it a habit. And this all came about based on a social media post that I did. And then I had a few people, and I see where they're coming from, that threw out, they weren't insults, but they were just said, wait a second, huh? And I thought, hey, you know what? I think I'll make a video on that because that's actually really good question on your part, and it makes a whole lot of sense. So this I'm on YouTube. The social media post that I did, we'll put it on the screen. You can see is 11 signs you have a trader mindset. And the one person says, Zed, number 2 and 4 with a question mark. So what are number 2 and 4? Number 2, you're scared. Number 4, you're fearless. This prompted somebody else to laugh at me, which is always great. How can you be scared and fearless at the same time? LOL. So I'm glad I could provide that person with some comedy. But in all seriousness, that is true. Being scared, but also being fearless, that can come across as almost a contradiction. But the way I believe and the way I see it amongst all the successful traders that I work with is they're 2 separate things. And when you follow a certain chain of steps and sequence, then it all kind of transforms in a way. So let's just kind of go through this, what I would call, like I said, a chain of events. So we have Rob, and Rob wants to be a trader. And Rob, what I've seen, like I said, among successful, and not just day traders, but swing traders, investors, whether people are trading stocks, options, forex, futures, cryptocurrencies, any of that. But what I've seen with successful people is they are scared. Now, what are they scared towards? Well, they are scared towards the markets. Now, these markets, like I said, this could be the stock market. This could be the options market, the futures market, the crypto market, but they're scared. So think about it though. When you're scared towards anything in life, anything, do you show that thing respect or are you just like, whatever? So for example, if I had a loaded gun, you would say, okay, I'm scared in the sense of that could literally kill me. So when you have a loaded gun in your hand, you're gonna treat it with respect. If you see a ferocious beast, a big old grizzly bear, you're gonna be scared. You're gonna show it respect. You're not gonna go up to it and be like, and poke it in its eyes, right? You're gonna show it respect. So you need to be scared when you approach the markets because as we've just discussed, when you're scared, that is gonna lead you to respect. And when you are respectful towards something, then what happens? Well, you are going to be serious about it. Right? If I hand you a loaded gun, you're going to take that serious. You're not going to take that as a joke. You're not going to take this as just, hey, let's just have some fun. No, you got a loaded gun. If you got the grizzly bear out there, you're going to take it serious. Okay, what needs to happen so that we don't get our faces ripped off, right? Because that's a grizzly bear over there. You are going to have respect, and when you have respect, you're going to treat things serious. What a lot of people do, and I see it quite often, I've been doing this since 2013, but people show up and they're not scared. And I really kind of want to shake these people and say, hey, listen, this is not a video game. This is not a FDIC insured bank account up to $250,000 or whatever that number is. This is not, if you lose money in the markets, there's not a reset button. You don't get to say, okay, well, let's try again. Ha ha ha, that was fun. No, that's not how it works. It's not I lost money. Well, good thing my trading account, my brokerage account is insured by the FDIC or something. No, there is no insurance. Read that fine print. They flat out tell you, listen, this is not insured. You could lose everything you put in. And I maybe some people realize this and they still don't care. I guess that's what we would call the degenerate gamblers in the market. But a lot of people, they're not scared. And think about it. When you're not scared, you're not going to show the markets any sort of true respect. And you're not showing the markets any sort of true respect. You're just not going to take things that serious. And that's a recipe for, well, not being a successful trader. So where does fearless all that come into play? Well, let's get back on the track of what you should be doing. And when you're fearless, what's going to happen? Well, you take things serious, right? So because you take things serious, when it's time to put on a trade, when it's time to make a decision, when it's time to fill in the blank about something that you recognize you know needs to be done, you understand. Now, how do you recognize it? Why do you understand it needs to be done? How did you find this setup? How did you, run the scan? How did you whatever? Well, how? Well, because you treated things serious. So because you treated things serious, be fearless. Be fearless. Get in the trade. Take action. Do what you know you're supposed to do. And rest assured that it's okay that you were taking action. Why? Because you were serious in the first place. You studied hard. You invested in yourself. You did all the things that you were supposed to do. Why were you serious? Because you were showing the market respect. Why were you showing the market respect? Well, because you were scared in the first place. So that's how I get it. That they don't seem to work together, but they totally do. Because I want you to be fearless. And that you should be fearless, assuming you've gone through this chain of logic. Now, somebody that hasn't, been treating things serious or anything like that, they're still going to be fearless because they're going to be just operating out of ignorance. But you need to be confident, and fearlessness is a form of confidence because you recognize, I see it, I get it, and I need to be faithful in myself because I know I treated things right. So boom, let's get to it. Fearless, boom, enter the trade. Take action. So that is how they work. That is why, please be scared. When you are new, or if you're not new, maybe the core of why you're having so many problems is, are you actually scared of the markets? Are you showing the markets the respect that they need? Are you taking it all as serious as you should? That could be the center, like I said, source of your problems. Or if you're just brand new, please be scared of the markets. The markets are no joke. They're not a video game. These brokerage accounts, the platforms, they're not insured. If you lose money, it means somebody else got wealthier. You become poor and somebody else just got wealthier. That's how the market works. With every transaction, somebody loses money, somebody's making money. And yeah, that's cutthroat, that's brutal. And it is brutal, it is savage. It is a savage place. So you better be scared of it. And then that'll take you down this pathway where ultimately, I want you to be fearless and I want you to have confidence in what you've been doing because you have been taking it serious in the first place. So hopefully this helps. And hopefully for the person that laughed at me, this can... hopefully I made them laugh a couple more times. But hopefully for both these people, it makes more sense because, like I said, I do understand the apparent contradiction. But in all actuality, these two things, they work together like poetry. So I love me a good poem. If you enjoyed this video, the camera guy liked that one. See, he's really hard to get to laugh. But if you enjoyed the video, hit that like button. Leave a comment down below. Have you struggled with this? Maybe have you at some point not really been as scared as the market as you should have. So, share any sort of experiences like that down below. Always love to hear from subscribers. And on that note, if you're not a subscriber yet, make sure to check out the channel and hopefully you decide to hit that subscribe button. So thanks for hanging out. And remember, get out there and be scared. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.